Al, you're next. Albion, you are trying to help out in your father's footsteps, giver, like in some way to help politically with the situation. You are specifically trying to find ways to take the Obliviate spell out of the equation. Because although you are very progressive, you understand why the statute is there, but the biggest problem is the Obliviate spell. So, you were sent to visit Koldovstorets because by this point in the game, all of the wizarding schools have been turned into war forts. Why? Because wizarding schools are arguably the most protective magical structures in the world. They said Hogwarts was probably the most protective place in the world when Voldemort was on. So all of the schools, they basically converted temporarily all of the wizarding schools to war forts. So not just students are there, but also adults and ministers of the magic. And they are all part of the traditionalist camp. Because again, most of the teachers and professors are traditionalist. But anyway, you are going to go to Kodvolstvretz to meet up with Tobias Petrov, because Toby has dedicated the last couple of years doing heavy research on mitigating the side effects of the Obliviate spell. You will arrive at Koldovstorets, and it's totally different from what you remember Koldovstorets to be like. Out in the Quidditch field, you see that there are several wizards and witches that are lining up in different formations. You see that in other parts of the school, people are training defense magic, defensive and offensive magic with each other, wizard sparring, wizard dueling, things like that. You see that there are some people that are being brought in who are injured, who seem to have a lot of wounds. Many of them seem to be non-magical wounds. It does not feel like a school at all. Like, this is not a place of learning anymore. It's just war, basically. But Toby will come up to greet you, and he's gotten a little bit older. He actually has like some facial hair now, like maybe a little bit of a goatee, kind of. I don't think he can fully grow a beard. I don't think Toby will ever be able to fully grow a beard, but he's got a little bit of a stubble on his chin. And he's going to say, Ambassador Mermont, welcome back to Koldovstorets.
Al would he would bow as he normally does, but then he would actually like approach Toby for a hug.
He'll sort of like have a relieving smile, and he'll give you a hug and says, "Oh, I wasn't sure if it was appropriate for me to hug you. It's good to see you, but Al, it's been way too long."
Yeah, it's actually great to see you too, Toby. Glad to see you seem to be doing well.
Yeah, well, I mean, as well as things can be. Things over here at the Koldovstorets has been we got through a lot of changes, and but it's for the better, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's arguable, but that's not why I'm here. I guess I'm here to check. I've been told by my department that you're working on something to mitigate the side effects of Obliviate.
Yeah. Here, follow me. I'll show you some of the research that I've been doing, and you'll follow him, and he'll take you over to, I guess, his magic lab, and he has a lot of like charts on the walls, and he's got all these notes and these tomes and tomes and tomes of books, and he's just going to explain to you. So there's several things that I've been trying to look up that could possibly mitigate the effects, but every single time I seem to plug up one hole, another one springs open, and like another side effect appears. It's just a huge puzzle. But at least I can try to show you some of my research, and maybe we can put our heads together and come up with a solution.
Yeah, that's sounds like a good plan. And Al's like looking to see if, he notices anything on the notes, if any of it makes sense, or if he sees any like glaring loopholes in Toby's work that's visible.
Roll a medicine roll, please.
I got
Ooh.
a critical fail.
Oh, all right. So you are gonna notice something on the notes, and you're gonna make a suggestion to Toby. I think you made a mistake here, and he will make alterations. And so just role play that out.
All right, so Al will be looking, and I don't imagine there's a ton of herbology involved in this, but Al's trying to make any connections he can because that's his area of expertise. So he might see like a chemical that Toby's looking at, probably like a brain chemical, and he'll say, "Hey, that sounds familiar. Like I think that might be a similar chemical to a plant that I know." And if that's the case, I think you might want to look at whether this trend is going up instead of down.
Huh. Okay. That's a good point. I'll take a look at that and then make some adjustments and try it out, and we'll see what the results are.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely know more than I do, but that's the only thing that stands out to me.
Well, thanks. So, Miss Ambassador Mermont, or Al, Roxy says hi, by the way, and how's Finn doing?
Well, just a little bit of context out of character. Since Al probably realizes like Finn's whereabouts could be something he needs to keep secretive, he's gonna probably brush off the Finn comment. So when Toby asks that, he'll say, Finn's okay, but I'd rather not talk about him right now. I'm here on business after all. But I've kept in touch with Roxy, and I'm glad that she seems to be doing okay.
Oh, well, good, very good. He'll end the pleasantry conversations, and you'll continue your research. Once you are done, it'll probably getting a little bit late. You will eventually leave the lab, and as you're walking down, you will run into a girl dressed all in white. Albicon? Asa asks.
So out of character, did we ever get to meet up with each other back to the 2-month flash forward?
No. Asa's been off the grid. You know she's fine, but you know she's been off the grid and has been focusing a lot of energy at the Ministry of Magic for a while. And based on how she's dressed, you can kind of see the results of that.
So Al is way caught off guard, and his breath kind of gets caught in his chest, and he looks at Toby like kind of questioning, almost like, did you plan this? Did you know? Like, he didn't question out loud, but he's like shocked.
Oh, yeah, so sorry. I honestly completely forgot, but Asa and a bunch of the AMRS trainees just arrived here a few days ago, and hey, Asa. And she will like just nod at you at Tobias quietly. Albicon, it's been a long time since we've seen each other face to face. Sorry, I've been busy.
Al is he's kind of gritting his teeth at this point. You can tell he's very uncomfortable. Probably a mix of sadness, anger, surprise, all in one. And he kind of he turns and he looks at her. He says, "Yeah, it's been a while. I see you've joined the AMRS."
Well, I've always said it was something that I wanted to follow in my family's footsteps since I was a little girl.
Al still pauses for a second. He looks at Toby and Asa together, and he says, "Obviously, you both know I'm here on behalf of the ministry, and personally, I'm glad Toby, that you're doing this research. I think it's horrible what the Obliviate spell does, and I don't think it should be used at all. And you probably see a little bit of a flash of anger when he looks at Asa, and he says, but if it's going to be used and I have no control over that, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure the effects are minimal.
That's why we have Toby. If he's able to unlock something that can allow the Obliviate spell to be used in such a way that is safer, then all the more reason for us to be able to use it as a very useful tool.
A useful tool that the people having it used against them have no say in.
She's sort of like, Asa, like her face, now it's her face to have a little bit of a twinge of anger. Her cheeks get a little bit red when you say that.
If she doesn't say anything, if her cheeks just get red, he'll actually start shaking his head. You know, what gives you, and he's actually pointing at her this time, what gives you the right to decide who gets to keep their memory and who doesn't? What makes you more powerful than them, that you get that choice?
She says, the ministry gives us that right. We are given license to do so. It's our job to enforce the statute of secrecy. It's the law, Albicon.
It's the law that some of these people aren't even aware they're under, because we keep it from them. I get why. I mean, I understand we're being, persecuted and hunted after as well, and I get that. It's not above me that this is also for our safety, but some of them are innocent. Some of them aren't after us. And I don't care if it's you or the ministry, but no one gets to decide what they are allowed to remember.
All right.
It's a violation, Asa.
It's not a perfect system. I think all of us know it's not a perfect system. So, Albicon, if you are so upset about it, then why don't you fix it then?
I'm sorry, I can't. I mean, you don't think I've tried or thought about it? I mean, it's not an area that I know as much about Toby, and to be honest, I just feel like the easiest solution is getting rid of it altogether. There has to be other ways. Diplomacy, peace. There's always going to be people on both sides that won't stand for that, but we've got to get the majority to stand for that if anything's going to work.
Well, it's not that easy. And it's not that easy. Right now we have a crisis on our hands. It's been going on for 2 years. This should have ended months ago, years ago, but it hasn't. And we're trying to deal with it as much as we can.
You can tell at this point Al's the one that's kind of really frustrated too, and he's not saying much. He's just shaking his head. Look, like I said, I'm not here to argue about this. Obviously, our best chance right now is to agree to disagree on this aspect of it, but I'd like to just continue fulfilling my job so that if this spell is going to continue to be used, at least it's going to have the least side effects.
I think that's best. You go and do your job, and I'm going to do mine.
He'll turn to leave, assuming he knows where Toby and him were headed, but before he fully turns around, he turns back to us and he says, I spent 2 years telling myself I'd forgiven you, and I thought I had, but I don't know if that's the case anymore. I mean, you say the ministry gives you power to use this spell, but you weren't working for the ministry when you used it on me.
When you say that, Toby, you said that in front of Toby?
Yeah.
Yeah, Toby kind of looks a little wide-eyed at that. And Asa, like, you can see that her hands around her wand right now, she just had it in her hand. She wasn't, like, pointing at anyone. But the wand that was in her hand, like, she starts to clutch it a little bit, and it just starts to shake when you say those words. Roll an insight, please.
9.
I spent 7 years of my life in love with you. And now that I look at you, I can't right now. Albion, I'm sorry, I can't. And her eyes start to water a little bit, and then she just gonna turn around and briskly walk off.
Al takes a deep breath and he looks at Toby. Sorry you had to see that.
I'm sorry too. Did you just say what I thought you said about Asa? Did she do something to you?
Yeah, it was toward the end of the tournament, and she was using that spell on me, and I found out only because I checked with Chogan, and yeah, that was one of the last times I saw her, actually. She was expelled from school, and with everything that happened at New Year's, we never really got to hash that out. To be honest, I'm surprised she was allowed to work for the AMRS, given that she's used that spell without permission before.
I think, Al, that in times of war, the Muggles outnumber us by a vast amount, and I think the Ministry can get really desperate if there are people willing to fight for a cause. A lot of things like that, I guess, kind of get ignored on the wayside.
You see Al's face soften up a little bit, and he'll actually turn to Toby and he'll actually look him right in the eye, because I imagine he was probably looking down or not really focused face to face on Toby. He'll say, "Look, Toby, I hope anything I said back there didn't offend you. I really admire the fact that you're trying your best to use your knowledge for good. And deep down, whether I want to hear your answer or not, I believe that you feel that if there were another way, that Obliviate wouldn't be the option at all. But I also understand that you're trying to protect us, our families, us as wizards. So thank you for that. But please don't be upset if, the fact that I think that Obliviate shouldn't be used at all."
I understand, Al. It's just what's happening right now. People are hunting us. They're gathering us, and they're all the witches and wizards that they're capturing. They're taking them to camps. Albican, do you know what that sounds like to me? Do you have any idea how this whole situation feels like to my family right now? And I try not to think about it, but it's just, war is so stupid because these things just keep repeating themselves and nobody learns anything, and I'm just trying to do what I am capable of doing right now. And I'm sorry if I ever say anything to offend you. I'm just trying to explain to you how what it's like for me dealing with this war right now.
Al will put his hands kind of on Toby's shoulders to kind of stabilize him. He'll say, I know, Toby, and at the end of the day, no matter what sides or lines are drawn, I know you and I are both working towards a solution to this, maybe in different ways, but I'll support you if it means, helping the greater good, and I hope you would do the same for me.
I appreciate that, and I agree, and I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like the Obliviate spell probably any more than you do, but I also don't like what's happening right now because it just feels so familiar, and if I have to use something like that in order to stop the terrible things that happened in my family's past, I have to.
He says, I understand. I mean, I don't necessarily feel good about it, but I understand. And like I said, I'm working on things in my own way. I don't think I'll be in this department for much longer. I'm actually, believe it or not, considering following further in my father's footsteps. And while I don't really understand politics too much to begin with, I feel like there has to be a peaceful solution. And so I'm trying to learn and, you know, talk to other people who I feel like have a good influence, and maybe I can make a difference that way.
It's at this point that an owl flies overhead Albion and drops a letter into your hand.
I'll look down at it.
It has only your name on it, but it's got Finn's handwriting on it.
Okay. Toby, is there anything else we need? And I assume he'll have got some files from Toby that he's supposed to take back or something like that.
No, I think we've had a long day, so you should get some rest, Albion.
Yeah, and don't forget what I said about that. And he'll mention the chemical again.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I will get on that as soon as I can. Thanks.
And then he would probably give Toby another hug and tell him goodbye, and then go to read the letter.
Sweetheart, I'm just letting you know that I'm being sent on a mission. I don't think it should be too dangerous, but there have been a couple of witches and wizards that have been captured at a government facility. A group of mine are sent just to free them and take them back to the hideout where we're at. I promise I'm not going to do anything overly brash or reckless. Just what I need to do to get these people out of there. I'll keep in touch when I'm back, but I just wanted to let you know where I was.
Did he say the location of where it was?
Port of London Authority.
Did Finn maybe make all of us bracelets? Like Al had requested in the 2 years?
That's true. Al would have, if possible, Al would have asked Finn to make him a pair for Levi, Roxy, and Juan. However, I don't know if he would have got to give them to all of them. I imagine he would have given Roxy hers. I don't know if Al and Juan have been in touch, but he would have asked Finn that first night, so then we can decide from there.
I don't know if Juan would have been able to get one.
Yeah, that's what I don't think.
So Roxy probably has a pair. He does it in pairs. So it's 1-to-1. It's a 1-to-1. It's not you can't make it so that you can all. So he has a pair for Roxy, and I guess he has a pair for Levi. But then who wears the other? Who wears the other part of those pairs?
Al would have 3 on him. He would have one for Finn, one for Levi, one for Roxy.
Got it.
And he has the set for Juan, but he just keeps it in a bag somewhere.
Got it.
It's not being used.
Fair enough. That works. All right. Then we're good.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Moving on. Levi. Was Levi last?
I was.
Okay. Levi, you are helping out with the Muggles. And you are at some sort of military base in London.
Okay.
Where you notice that there have been a recent draft of Muggle soldiers. And you're about to be, you're waiting because you know you have an assignment that you're going to be given. It's going to require some traveling. And as you're just hanging around waiting for your assignment, you're going to hear someone's call out and say, "Hey, Levi."
Rodney, is that you?
"Hey, man. What are you doing here?"
Well, I assume we're about to be doing the same thing you're doing.
Rodney, you can see, he's in a military outfit right now. It's kind of weird seeing Rodney in a military outfit. And by this point, like, surprisingly, they actually, his head is, shaved. They shaved his head. He looks very different. You almost didn't recognize him, but from his voice.
The voice.
You can, yeah.
So you doing this war thing now?
Yeah, man. I mean, they had a draft, and I have to guess I gotta go and put in my things so that we can, take out the,
Oh, yeah, I know. Is it getting that bad for the Muggles? They're doing drafts now?
They're getting really serious, so, but, I don't know, I just, You know me, Levi. I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover.
Yeah, pal, I'm right on that same wavelength as you. But, we got to do our duty to try to help people, right?
Well, I don't know. I feel like there's other ways I can help people besides, fighting in this thing. Hey, can I ask you a private question?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think maybe, you can do a little bit of your, I don't know, get me out of this draft somehow? Like making me look like I'm sick or something, or maybe look like I lost my leg or something.
Hey, pal, just go pee in a cup for them. I'm sure they'll kick you out real quick.
Oh, dude, why didn't I think about that?
I was gonna say, I'm not very, that's not like type of stuff I do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not very good at that.
Oh, you mean peeing in a cup?
Oh, no, the magic thing, I can pee in a cup as good as anybody else, but...
Gotcha. So what are you doing here? You're not in a, army suit or anything.
Oh, yeah. My job's a little bit different, I got a special assignment they're gonna give me.
Any chance I can hear what the assignment is?
You know what, pal? Honestly, I don't even know what I'm gonna be doing, but odds are I'm gonna be go talking to somebody.
All right. Well, talking is that's your strong point, Levi. That's your strong point.
What some say, but I'd like to be in the front lines, but Chessa, my girl back home, she's kind of against that.
Oh yeah, I heard that you had yourself a girlfriend. That's awesome. When do I get to meet her?
Is she coming here by chance?
I don't think she's coming there.
Okay.
Well, maybe, yeah, probably. She also is doing her own thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
But she stays local in London. So she.
Yeah, I picture her being higher up than Levi too, like higher rank.
So she actually, there's actually like a base that she works at in Lambeth, London, which is the area where the big Ferris wheel is. I don't know if you're familiar with. There's a big Ferris wheel in London, and so like there's like a facility there that she actually is currently working at. So, and this is different from where you are.
Cool. You know what, pal? She's actually way busier than I am. So getting her out's kind of tough. But hey, between me and you, pal, I think I'm, planning on popping the question soon. So if the wedding ever happens.
Oh, man. Well, congratulations, dude. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks. Yeah, it's kind of tough finding a good time right during these times, but
I get it. Well, it's good talking to you again, Levi.
You still talk to Felix?
Oh yeah. Felix and I, we hang out all the time. He's under a lot of stress, as you can probably imagine. He's been out a lot. They're off doing their thing, which I don't really know much about because he's like all shh about it.
It must be extra tough for guys like him, not super magical, so they're not fully wizards, but magical enough they're not muggles.
Yeah, well, hopefully that just means that all these hunters that are looking for you guys are, don't bother looking for him. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
The world's weird now.
The world has gone bonkers, pal. You still got my number though, right?
Yeah, I do, man. I do.
All right, yeah. I know it's a little tough nowadays, but try to keep in contact.
I will, man. I missed you.
Missed you too. Hey, I know phone lines go two ways, so I'll make sure to contact you more often.
Well, I think I gotta get going. I got a cup to pee in.
Yeah, yeah, go get out of here.
He's gonna turn around and leave. Everyone roll initiative. So Juan, you are on a mission. You are now with Finn and Chance. You are supposed to rescue a bunch of captured wizards and witches in a secret facility, a secret Muggle facility near the Port of London Authority. Now the thing is, the Muggles have caught wind of the fact that witches and wizards fly around in brooms. So there are a lot of things detecting the skies looking for broom activity. So fortunately, there are some members of the resistance members of the progressives that have learned enough engineering to be able to acquire and pilot an actual Muggle airplane. Because that is what's actually going to allow you to get close enough, because if you fly by a broom, it's just not going to work. And definitely apparating is out of the question too, because that could possibly draw attention to yourselves if you just appear out of nowhere. So the plan is you're going to fly overhead, and you will like almost literally parachute down. Unless Brandon Carr has a better idea of how to enter this facility instead of parachuting down.
Okay, guys, like, real cool that the parachute just like, it's like super spies or like super soldiers, like, real cool. But like, maybe I can like make it even cooler. You know what's the coolest animal in the world? The bald eagle. I can make us all into a bald eagle.
Finn says, "Wow, you're particularly good at transfiguration?"
I can handle myself, you know, like, USA, USA.
That's pretty cool. That'd be very useful. We used to have a friend who was very good at transfiguration.
Like, really?
Oh, yes. I wonder how he's been doing lately. I kind of wonder about that myself. You would like him, he says, looking at Brandon.
I'm sure, like, I like everyone and everyone likes me alike.
All right, well, we'll do it your way. We'll transform into bald eagles, and we'll fly our way into the facility.
Yeah, man. Like, where is the mission again? Like, I wasn't paying much attention, like...
Port of London Authority, and you'll point at a map in front of you.
Perfect. Everything under control. Was I able to communicate with whoever sent me this mission to tell them what are we doing?
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you'll be able to.
So
you'll be sending updates, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'll be asking you about, like, you know, how many people are in this facility. You're supposed to report, like, how, you know, the details of how they get in and out. I'm assuming you've been giving all this information.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the goldfish, you still have the goldfish in your...
I still have the goldfish.
Okay, so you still have the goldfish.
And every time I need it, I just redo the spell so it doesn't go off.
Okay.
Because it would be
So you still have this giant whale thing hidden inside your bowl. Okay, I love this. Okay.
Maybe I'll need it someday.
Maybe you'll need it someday. I don't know.
Catch the fish!
All right. So you'll be on an airplane. I don't think Juan's ever been in an airplane before.
No.
Don't worry. It'll take some getting used to. I've been on this thing once, and it's very, very safe.
Like, you sure?
Yeah, Finn is actually like in the seat, and he's like he's hyperventilating. He does not seem to feel comfortable in this plane at all. Okay, it's okay. It's like a big giant broom, big giant metal heavy broom that could just fall from the sky any minute.
Don't worry, man. Yeah, we're gonna be super cool. Like, if this thing was built in America, we'll be fine.
You will finally reach the destination, and I will need Brandon to cast the Transfiguration spell 3 times, and tell me who he's casting on who each time.
Finn.
Nice.
Chan.
Nice. And yourself.
Inside.
Perfect. Okay, amazing. You will be able to use your wand, and you will be able to transfigure all of them into eagles. Good old American bald eagles. And you will fly down from the airplane. And you will actually see drone-looking things up in the air, and they seem to ignore you. They seem to not mind the fact that there's a bunch of birds here. You will make your way down to the roof of this facility, and I'm gonna say that Chance is going to cast a spell that will allow you to phase into the other side, inside of the building. It's a little bit of a trick I've been able to learn over the last couple of years. Unfortunately, he can only cast a spell as out of the transfigured, so you'll have to transform back to your
Like, that's really cool, man.
All right. At this point, we gotta be quiet. We gotta make our way over to see if we can find where all of the wizards and witches are kept. Roll me a stealth, Brandon.
Okay, I do have this. I have a little bit of this. I have 3 of this.
Okay.
I know it doesn't sound like much, but my good luck will accompany me. No, it will not.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that you are going to try to sneak around, but you'll make some noise, which will alert what seems like to be some Muggle guards. And these Muggle guards have like rifles with them. And so they're going to go over to investigate, and Finn is going to reach for his trident unless Brandon decides to do something.
Come on, man, we don't have to do that. Like, come on, I know what to do. Like, how far are the soldiers from us?
I would say that they are about 60 feet away, but coming closer.
So they definitely see us.
Right, they definitely see you, and they're about to. I guess one of them is calling out, "Hold there!" Like with their rifles.
Like, don't worry, I got this. Like, you can trust me. Like, I got this. And he will go, "What's up?" He will walk towards the soldiers.
He said, "Hands up and get down on the ground now."
Come on, man, chill out. Like, look, like, I work here, but I just forgot my things. Like, they are in my locker room, like, over there. Come on, man, I'm just new here.
Roll a deception.
Okay, I also have a little bit in there. Deception is conceal, right?
Yes, conceal. I would say conceal.
Fuck
7.
me!
All right. He's going to like fire a shot like in the air. This is your final warning. Get down now.
Okay, man. Like, you know that we don't have to do this, right? Look, let me show you. And he will go to his pocket.
Okay.
And if I'm fast,
Yeah, are you fast enough before they pull the trigger? When you reach into your pocket?
Do you have quick draw?
You have quick draw.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Also, do you even need a wand?
I don't, but I don't want them to know. I don't want Finn and Dan
yeah.
to know I don't need a wand.
Right. Okay, so you have one action because they're about to shoot you.
Okay, and in that action, I'm gonna transform them. It's my thing. It's what I do.
Okay.
And because of Magic Heart of Wizard's Heart, I can cast up to 3 spells.
Nice. Okay, well, there's 2 of them. So there's 2 of them. So go ahead.
Bye-bye.
Don't crit fail. Nice.
Why do I roll good when I don't need it? Because bonuses, but when I need it?
Nice. What do you transform the guards into?
Mouses.
Okay, so you transform them into little tiny mice. And their rifles actually drop to the ground when you transform them.
Pick that shit up.
Good job, Brandon.
I told you I got this, man. Like,
That was so impressive, Brandon.
Brandon will pick up one of the guns.
So you pick up one of the guns.
You're like, I'm Brandon Carr. I'm better than everyone. Like,
Finn picks up the gun too, but he's picked it up backwards. How do you work this thing?
would I have learned how to use that?
I think that during your training you would.
Like-
During your spy training you would.
It meant like it's on the other side. Like they were turning like this, so I'm guessing like it's
Oh.
like this.
I'm not really Muggle weapons is I'm not really that comfortable with. I think I'll just stick with my trident.
Yeah, but like we can't just leave it there. And one will transfigure it into a pen. The one
All
they
right,
will
roll.
use.
Just roll. I'm gonna. Okay.
But
Cool.
no, that time I crit fail.
Oh. All right. You will try to transfigure it, but as you transfigure it, it will. When you transfigure it, it sort of misfires, and just before it transforms into a pen, Finn, who still has the gun backwards, it fires, and all of a sudden you hear a and you look down and you see like this blood spot coming down from his chest, and then he drops to the ground.
You did not do that. You.
He falls to the ground, and Chance is saying, "Oh my goodness, Finn, Finn, no, Finn."
Fuck me. Fuck.
He's still breathing, but he's like, the blood is pouring down his
Do I
chest
have
right now.
medicine? You can't.
Do you have first aid?
Why are you so evil?
I told you, don't roll a critic fail. I told you, this is on you.
That's gotta be like the thumbnail is all of us just
Would I, Finn?
Clef, I hate you.
Clef, you killed
I'll
our
get you your
boyfriend.
boyfriend
How
back.
dare you?
I'll
It's
get
not a
your
good
boyfriend.
answer.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's
Uh,
not
Would
good.
I've learned how to at least not treat it because I don't have it. I can't treat it, but stop the bleeding. Would I know how to do that?
You probably do if you roll a high enough first aid.
First aid is what? Knowledge? No, it's a thing of its own. Fuck. Okay. Let me roll, please. Let me roll, please. Come on. 9?
No. Not enough.
No! God damn it.
He's
Oh,
starting
fuck.
to bleed really badly, and Chance is saying, I don't know any healing magic. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Like, come on, relax. We need to get out of here, like, now. Look, just get him out. I'll go free the people we're supposed to free.
Finn is still still like struggling right now. Like he's in very, very bad shape at the moment.
Come on, man.
Are you gonna leave Finn behind, or what are you
No,
doing?
I'm gonna say chance.
Well, what do you need me to do?
Can't you, like, apparate? I've seen you do that. Can't you take him away? Like, take him
Yes,
to
but
a
I
cave?
can't take people with me. I can only operate myself. I can't take people with me.
Okay, like, this is what we're going to do. Like, we're gonna carry him. Come on. And Brandon is going to attempt to pick him up.
Brandon, go ahead, roll a strength.
It's my strength because I'm just... Oh, fuck me.
Dang it, it would have
Oh,
been easy
no.
peasy.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, Al. Your boyfriend is dead. I
What
tried.
did you roll?
7.
7. He's so heavy. He's not. You're not gonna be able to move him.
Give me a sec.
Juan, he has a bracelet.
He doesn't know
Albion.
that.
He yells out, "Albion, wherever you are, you probably were like asleep or probably getting ready to bed. You get pulled from wherever you are, from Koldovstorets, and you end up."
Please be in his boxer shorts. Please be in his boxer shorts.
What are you
I'll sleep-
in, Albion?
Al sleeps nude. No, he probably has some like fancy satin like pajamas.
What the? Like, who are you?
Okay, so
Like,
obviously
even
Al
if you are,
springs.
like, did you do anything?
Al doesn't even talk to Brandon. He just ignores him. As soon as he sees Finn, he pulls out his wand. He doesn't even assess the situation around him, and he casts the Vulnera Sanatur because I think that's my most powerful
Yeah.
healing spell.
Yeah, roll it.
So Oh wait, so wait a second. Actually, yeah. Unfortunately, it's a curse, which stinks. But
It's okay. Come on, Albion. You can
Come
do
on,
this.
Albion.
This is not.
This is not
This was
good.
an unplanned.
20.
Yes.
Wow.
This is unplanned.
Yes. Get it
Nice.
out.
Everything according to plan.
You will cast a spell on Finn's chest. The bleeding will stop, and it will close up most of the wound to the fact that he's stable. And he'll take a big gasp. I'm so sorry, Al. I didn't mean to bring you here. I'm really sorry.
Finn, like,
No,
what happened?
You shouldn't be here right now. It's too dangerous for you to stay.
No, it's too dangerous for you to stay, and I'm taking you out of here right now. He looks at Chance and he says, "I'm sorry. I don't know what you guys are in the middle of, but I'm taking him with me."
It's okay. I think Brandon and I can take it from here. We can
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
still save everyone.
Yeah, we got this, Albion.
Wait, do I know you?
How do you know his name?
He told
Uh-oh.
Finn said his name. Finn said his name. I'm pretty sure Finn said his name.
That's true. He did say his name.
God damn
He
it.
did say his name. All right. He
Hello,
did say his
man.
name.
I'm like renting car. What's up?
Well, hi Brandon. Whatever you guys are in the middle of, I'm sorry, but clearly.
Yeah, no, don't
I was
worry, don't
needed
worry.
here.
Take him. My boy
And-
Chance and I have this.
If they're in London, he'll teleport. He'll apparate back to his British house, which I don't know if Al still lives with his dad or not, but he would go to that home regardless.
All right. You will go and apparate, and I'll finish up Juan's scene real quick. So, you managed to save Finn from death, because that would have been a death right there. So, they just like, no.
Not easy, guys.
It's not. This is not easy. Act 2 is not gonna be easy. You gotta be careful.
So guys,
That wasn't even
moral
the
is-
soldiers though. That was just one
Yeah.
critical
Guns
failing.
kill, guys. Be careful. Guns kill.
Guns kill.
Okay, Chance. So like, we need
So
to
I
go.
think we're gonna keep going. I think that from our information, we should go that way. He's sitting on your shoulder.
Let's go, man. And
You're gonna go that way,
keep
and
the
then you will
guns.
find yourselves. You're gonna go, and you don't run into any trouble, but you will find what appears to be some sort of laboratory, and you'll find these tables that has like straps to like restrain people on the table. You see a lot of these like surgical instruments next to the table, and then there are all these like computers and these charts, and you see that this is a research facility where they take magical beings and they run experiments on them, like surgical experiments on them. There's files on werewolves, there's files on vampires, and they're basically trying to figure out their weaknesses, their strengths, and what is the best way to take them out. And Chance is looking at this, and he's just horrified. Did they just cut all these people open and just run experiments on them? Is this what this place is?
come on, Chance. We'll deal with this later. We need to get these people out of here before this happens again.
You're going to walk down the further hallway, and there's going to be more medical records. And as you're passing by, it just so happens that your eye catches an open notebook of one of the medical records, and you see Carlos's face.
In that moment, Juan will stop and grab the notebook, whatever it is.
So you have not seen your brother since New Year's Eve. It's been 2 years. He's been missing, and your mom has been worried sick. And you've been searching, trying to find him. Part of the reason why you joined this spy group in the first place is partly to, part to get your head out of to distract you, and another part is thinking maybe you'll finally unlock the mystery of where your brother went, because he apparently disappeared in the crowd during the demonstrations. You will find records of this, what they said, specimen number 33. They don't even name him, but you can clearly see from the photograph that it is Carlos. And you just see a lot of notes of all these tests that they were doing on him, shock therapy and stuff like that. Trying to determine where magic comes from. What is it within? Is it something that comes from their brain? Is it something that comes from their body? And right now, they unfortunately weren't able to get any definitive details of. But it tells you what cell that this specimen has been kept in.
Come on, Chance. I will shut the notebook and go straight to that.
Wait, what did you see? What did you see in this book?
They're experimenting on people too.
On people too? That's really dark.
Sorry, on humans, on wizards. Come on.
You almost look like you recognized somebody when you opened that book.
No, I don't know anyone here. It's just the shock.
You will make your way to where the cells are, and you actually will find a whole bunch of beings, most of which are magical non-human beings, like centaurs. There's a couple centaurs there. There's some goblins there. There's a couple house elves there. And there'll be a section where they keep humans in, but the cell where the specimen is kept seems to be empty.
God damn it!
Why did you go to this specific cell in particular?
No real reason. Just trying to check on this guy.
Wait a minute, I know this person. Oh my
You do?
goodness. That's my friend, the friend that he was talking about, the transfiguration friend. That's his brother. How did he get mixed up in all this?
Come on,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
He sees something. Wait a minute. He hops down off of your shoulder and he walks to the cell, and then Chance takes his hand and he squints his eyes and he squints, and then he wiggles his fingers a little bit, and writing on the walls start to appear. And there's all these sprawled writings just in magical script, and it's saying, Juan, I'm here. Juan, where are you? Juan, save me, please. Juan, where are you? Juan, please save me. Juan, I can't take it anymore. Juan, and it's just all over the walls, just repeatedly. Dear Lord. What in the world are they doing to him?
Juan will just stay quiet after seeing that.
I want you to roll me a deception to maintain your composure as Brandon, because right now this must be really hard.
Okay.
6 double sixes. Okay.
I'm a good actor.
Somehow you're able to maintain yourself, even though probably in this inside.
Yeah, I'm dying on the inside.
And Chance will go to a specific corner and say, "Oh my goodness." He
Why?
points over at the corner. I think this is the last message he wrote. And then it says, "Juan, you took too long. I'm done." You don't think I'm glad that Finn isn't here. He'd probably be destroying everything left and right. I think I've seen enough, Brandon. once we get these people out of here, we have to destroy this place. This place is... no good comes out of this places like this. Not when you end up with kids like that. Pointing at the walls.
Juan will just stay silent, seeing everything there. And say, Chance, can you open the cells?
They're electronic, I think. But I guess I can try. He goes over and he will wiggle his fingers. He'll wiggle his fingers again. He'll try a third time, and then you'll see the lights flash open, and then the cell doors one by one start to open, and the captives start to wonder what's going on. They're not really sure. Some of them don't even
I will grab the first human captive I can see and smash him against the wall. Where is the person that was in the cell?
You mean Carlos? The wizards. The wizard
We'll
says.
smash him again. Where is he?
He didn't make it. They found him and he killed himself. He couldn't take it anymore. Did you know him?
Juan will just throw him.
You'll throw him against the wall and he'll slam and they'll actually knock him out. Oh, Brandon, wait. Calm down.
Come on. We're leaving. And we're destroying this place.
All right. You guys will gather up all of the people. Are you going to take anything from this lab at all? Or are you just going to leave it?
The documents I can see. All the records they have. And if they have any computers at all, I will smash and destroy them, burn the documents.
Okay. Are you going to use a Bombarda spell or something? Or?
I don't think I have those.
I think that Chance also knows Bombarda.
Oh, perfect.
So he will help you destroy some of the computers. And yeah, eventually with all of the ruckus, it's probably things are just going to be caught on fire. And you guys will be able to manage to escape out of the facility. As you are making your way, you pass by a set of surveillance cameras, and you actually see a couple, what you know as witch hunters. A couple witch hunters are coming through the main entrance, and they have with them this girl with a hijab on her head. And they're taking her into this facility, not knowing it's on fire right now. What do you do?
Chance?
All right, Brandon, we got to go. We got to go before they catch us.
They're bringing someone. I'm gonna go for them.
Are you sure you're only going? I have to be with these people. Are you sure you
Take them,
you have to go by yourself?
I'll be fine.
All right.
Good
Well,
luck.
good luck. Meet up at the rendezvous point, and we'll get ourselves back afterwards. Just don't do anything drastic, and he'll help the others. This is taking place 2 floors down. What do you do?
Juan will run. Run towards the entrance to see if he can catch them.
You'll run towards the entrance. The person at the front desk will say, "Hold on just a moment. The fire alarm just went off. Sit tight." So Naila and 2 witch hunters will be waiting as the front guard leaves the desk, and we'll head in to check out what's going on. Meanwhile, the sprinklers will start to turn.
How many witch hunters are there? Only the 2?
Only the 2. Only the 2 right now. And those are the only people that you can see in that room right now, are just those 2 witch hunters in the main.
What does it take? What do I need to roll to shoot the gun that I'm scurrying around.
Use Muggle item, I think, and I think you get a -2 from that because
Yeah,
you're
I
not
do.
a-
No, then I'm not gonna shoot because with my luck today, I'm gonna kill Naila.
Yeah, and you don't have Val with you.
Nope, I don't. I can't summon him.